everyone and welcome back to my channel. As you may see, I filmed two videos today. I filmed my birthday manga haul and I'm filming this one, so that's why I look probably exactly the same as I did in my birthday manga haul, but don't mind that. But yeah, today I am going to do a slightly different video. I am going to talk about some of the volumes of manga that I am going to unhaul. So I don't really usually like being too negative online and also kind of hating on people's series that they really love, but this is just my opinions in terms of why I'm unhauling a certain series and also why I didn't really enjoy them, or if there's any kind of specific reason why I am unhauling them. So this is just my opinions. If you love the series that I'm mentioning here, then I mean that's amazing. Like, I'm really happy that you're enjoying manga and enjoying all the lovely series out there, but this are some series that are just not for me and not particularly ones that I enjoyed that much, so that's why I am getting rid of them so that I can make space for more books, because obviously, you know, I don't have infinite amount of space, so I need to kind of empty my shelves a little, and some of my shelves have started to empty out a little after I've sold some of the manga that I've unhauled. So yeah, there's quite a few space that I can fill, so I'm definitely going to be doing another reorganizing manga video, so just wait for that. And yeah, let's just quickly get into it. So the first series that I am unhauling and someone has already bought as well is Rainbow Days, and I don't want to be really mean, but I think this was one of the worst manga that I read ever. Like, I hated this so much, and I feel like it's really sad starting off so strong like this, but this one I was really looking forward to it. Like, it was a shoujo from the male's perspective. I know this has been out for quite a while and it just got licensed, and there is also an anime on this, but it's about four friends. I think it's four boys, and they're all friends, and some of them have girlfriends already, and one of them is like a player, so he doesn't really have a long-term girlfriend, but one of them is this guy, and he is really into wanting to find a girlfriend. So he is currently dating someone and finds out that she is a gold digger, and then he becomes single, and then he kind of starts liking this other girl. And I was excited because I was like, you know, I've never read a shoujo from a male's perspective, so it must be really interesting. But it was bad, in my opinion. And I'm going to go through spoilers, so spoilers up here until I stop talking about spoilers. But the main reasons why I didn't like this was because there's a guy in here who has a quirk where he's into like S&M, and these guys are like teenagers. They're like 16, and okay, it's fine. Like, if you're 16, you're exploring, whatever, you can do it. That's the age of consent in Japan, so it's different here. But for me, I don't really want to know about those kind of quirks in my high school manga. Like, I don't think it's cute, I don't think it's cool, I don't think it's quirky, I think it's just weird. And it's constantly brought up in the story as well, where he's like into S&M, and I'm like, okay, we get it, you don't need to tell us like a million times. That was one thing. And then there's also the main girl who has a condition. I forgot what the name of the condition is, but she has this condition where it makes her feel really tired, and she sleeps in a teacher's office when she needs a nap because she doesn't want to go to the nurse's office too much because she finds it awkward. But then I'm like, but you sleeping in a teacher's office, isn't that even more awkward? Isn't that even weirder? Like, why do you get special treatment from this teacher? And I found that really weird, because I just think that's weird. Like, why as a teacher would you let a student sleep in your office? There was that. And then there was also one of the guys who has a girlfriend, and the girlfriend cosplays a lot, which I thought was really cool. And so she dyes her hair orange for a cosplay because, you know, she's dedicated to a cosplay. And the guy is really just rude about it. He's like, I don't like you with orange hair, I like you with black hair, can you dye your hair back, I don't like it. And I thought that was really like Like, you don't own your girlfriend. You don't, if she wants to dye her hair, let her dye her hair. That kind of stuff really annoys me. And I know it's a high school blah blah blah, but that, I don't like reading about that stuff. And yeah, it just annoyed me. And then, like, I don't feel like it's cute, and I feel like the girl thought like his boyfriend was really cute, that he's being all pouty and stuff like that. Like, he was like, look, I heard you were thinking of breaking up with me. It's because I dyed my hair orange, right? It's like, but my next cosplay is character with orange hair and it's group cosplay, so I want to do it right. Real hair is better than a wig. And he was like, I know that, but I like black hair. Only black hair. Dye it black again. Black! I'm like, that's... Like, it's okay if he has an opinion. Like, oh, I prefer you with black hair. Okay, cool. But, like, telling her to dye it back to black again, and then being like, I like black hair, only black hair. And, like, the fact that he was thinking of breaking up with her because she dyed her hair orange. And then she was just like, oh, you still got jealous when I was kidding around with Keiichi. I was not jealous. And basically jealous, possessive, like, he owns her, and I am not a fan of that. And then, yeah, that was that. And, oh, and the worst one was, there is the Playboy guy who I talked about in the beginning. There's this girl in this story who is a friend of the main female lead that this guy starts liking. And she is like, she hates guys. She's really like, she really hates them. Like, this person, she really hates guys. She's like disgusted by them. She's like, get away from me, don't touch me. And she's like, gross guy. Like, and it is like made in the story to, she basically says that she likes Anna, which is her friend. So the girl, her girlfriend, she basically likes her. So she is dubbed as like a queer character in the story, which is great. Like, even though this queer character is seen as kind of crazy because she's like man-hating and like really aggressively man-hating, and then that's okay, yeah, okay, I get that. But later on, the Playboy guy forces a kiss on that girl who hates guys, and I was just like, no thank you. Like, that pissed me off so much. Like, what? I feel like that happens so often. Like, I've read 3 series that that had forced kissing, like someone forcing a kiss on someone when they knew that they didn't like the other person, like 3 times. And I unhauled, and those series are in this unhaul as well. And I don't really like that trope, and I feel that happens very often in romance tropes where the guy just forces a kiss on the girl and it's seen as romantic, and I don't think that's romantic at all, especially if I've never shown interest in you ever and you kiss me. Like, no, that's not romantic. No. So those were 4 things that I really didn't like, and I felt like that those 4 things were pretty major in terms of why I didn't dislike this one, and it was in this one volume, so it really annoyed me. And yes, that's why I'm giving this away. Sorry for my really long rant already about this series, but yeah, I really didn't like. I gave this a 1 star, and it's probably the only 1 star that I've given in my whole manga collection so far, so it says a lot. Anyways, the next series I'm giving trying to sell or giving away is Orange, the complete collection 1 and 2. A lot of people love Orange, and I can understand why. It's very, emotional, it's very, coming of age, thought-provoking as well. But for me, I didn't really enjoy it that much. I enjoyed volume 1, but then I kind of lost interest when I started reading volume 2, and I didn't really feel any attachment or emotions to the characters. And maybe it's just me thing, but I found it a little bit too high school in terms of the character development. I felt like the main girl, her name Naho, was a little bit childish. But I know they're in high school, so yeah, I get it. But yeah, I personally didn't enjoy it, and that's okay. So I'm giving it to someone who will enjoy it. And then a whole stack I'm giving away, or like getting rid of, is Love Me, Love Me Not by Ao Sakisaka. And it's really sad because I actually just picked up pretty much this whole series last year and I'm already getting rid of it. So I already have someone at work who wanted to take these off my hands, so I'm really grateful for them for taking it off my hands, because I didn't really enjoy this story. I've grown up reading Ao Sakisaka's work, so I read Strobe Edge, loved it when I was younger, and I read Our How Ride, really enjoyed it, and I reread Our How Ride recently as an adult, and I still really enjoyed it. I actually really liked it. I know people said that they actually preferred this over Our How Ride, but I think Our How Ride was a lot better, and I really liked the story there. This one kind of focused on two couples, which I didn't really enjoy that much. I thought the first couple that got together was a little bit too high school. And I know it's a high school series, so it's my fault for continuously trying high school series, even though I am not enjoying them. Yeah, that's my bad. But yes, this one is gonna go. I didn't really like the step sibling plot in here. A little bit weird. There was also a forced kiss in here. Don't like that. And yeah, I didn't love the characters. I think the female friendship was really great in here, and I kind of wish that this would have been probably better if it was just about them, the two females and their friendship, because I think their friendship was really cute, but I wasn't invested in the love stories of either of the characters, and I feel like one of the characters really developed, but then one of them kind of went backwards in their personality, so I was a bit like, that's a bit strange. So yeah, I'll be getting rid of volumes 1 to 12 complete of Love Me, Love Me Not. And then two very popular series, BL series, that people are going to be like, oh my god, you're giving it away. But I'm giving away volumes 1 and 2 of I Hear the Sunspot, mainly because I read this ages ago and I haven't even had the urge to reread it, and I don't even remember anything about it. It wasn't memorable for me. I know people love this series, so yeah, but if I feel like picking up again, I will, but for now I'm gonna try to get rid of it. Yeah. And then also with the same is Classmates 1, 2 and 3. I also remember really liking this, but there was nothing for me that was memorable enough for me to want to keep this series on my shelf, and I have no urge to reread it and keep it in my collection. So yeah, also some of the stuff that I've mentioned on here that I'm unhauling will be going up on my eBay, so I will link my eBay if you want to purchase. It's mostly for UK, so yeah, and everything I put up is, all the books that I put up is under retail price and cheaper. I am gonna make a loss on pretty much all the stuff I'm giving away, but that is what happens when you sell used books. So yeah, definitely check out my eBay down below if you're interested in any of the series that I've mentioned here today. Another whole series that I'm not giving away, but I'm getting rid of, is volumes 1 to 16. I don't have volume 14 of The Demon Prince of Momochi House. This is the series that has been on my shelf probably one of the longest that I haven't read. So I bought this back in 2016 and I haven't read it since, but I decided to start reading it this month and I did not really enjoy it. Like, it's so sad that I kind of got all the volumes over the years and then never read it. Yeah, that kind of happens a lot to me, which is a really bad habit. I should stop doing that. But yes, I started buddy reading it with Kitsune on the Manga Dudettes channel, and I read up to volume 7 and I just couldn't get into it. Like, it wasn't, I'm not attached to the characters. I'm not really sure where the story is going. It's a little bit wishy-washy in terms of story. Like, it kind of jumps around, and then there's a lot of things that pop up that cause like conflict, but then it gets resolved really quickly and easily, and the main guy is able to quickly resolve the issue, and so everyone's happy again, la la la. And then that kind of follows that formula, and yeah, it doesn't bring much tension to the story because things are solved so quickly. There is like mystery elements where things are coming to light, but I don't really care about them either. So yeah, I'm not super enjoying it. So I am gonna get rid of it, sadly, even though I collected pretty much the whole series. Yes, if you're interested, this is also up on my eBay if you're interested in buying the whole set. And then another really popular series I want to get rid of is My Love Mix-Up volumes 1 to 4. I didn't hate this actually. I actually really liked, no, I didn't really like it, but I enjoyed it. Like, it was enjoyable for what it was, but I didn't love it. And it's kind of sitting on my shelf. I'm not going to continue the story or buy any more volumes. So I'm like, is there really any worth in me keeping them? So I have decided to let my Love Mix-Up volumes go. I will be putting this up on eBay as well, so check that out if you want these volumes. But yes, I thought it was, again, a little bit too high school, a lot of miscommunication, characters don't really talk to each other, and yeah, it's not for me, unfortunately. And I know people said it gets better, but I don't want to wait and find out when I've already read 4 volumes. So yeah, I will be giving this away. And then not a manga, but I have a graphic novel, Heartstopper 1 and 2. This one is, I actually bought this before the live action TV series came out and then it went viral. Everyone on BookTube was talking about this like back in 2014, 2016, and was raving about it. And I remember picking this up and I did enjoy it, but I have not felt the urge to reread this or pick it up even after the TV show went live. So I felt like, yeah, I'm just gonna give it to someone who is really loving this and will, you know, enjoy it a lot more than me. So yeah, Heartstopper 1 and 2. Okay, and I have a few that I've already unhauled, I've already sold them, or I've already given them away, and that is the whole series of My Love Stories. So I'll put it up here somewhere. This series is really fun. I actually really enjoyed this series when I read it, and I read it back in like 2016, but it's one of those series where I'm also not urged to reread it again. And I think the volumes are quite hard to find, so I was able to give it away to someone who was like really wanting to, you know, read it and love the anime and everything. But yeah, I personally thought it was really fun at the time I'm reading it, but I wasn't gonna reread it again, and it was kind of just sitting on my shelves, and I was like, there's a lot more manga that I want to fill my shelves with, so I will be giving that away. So yeah, I got rid of that one already. And another one that I also already got rid of was Shortcake Cake. Shortcake Cake was also one of the mangas that I read that I sold and didn't really enjoy at all. Mainly, I had like 5 volumes and I only read like 3 because I couldn't stand, or was it 4? But there was one volume at the ending where someone also forced a kiss on someone, and I already talked about this in my manga reading log. If you haven't watched that, you can watch that, but I didn't like that, so I gave that away. And it's also very high school drama plot stuff, so got rid of that. And another series that I also got rid of is Prince Freya. I think a lot of people in the community are a bit mixed with Prince Freya. People say that, you know, you need to get past the first 3 volumes and it gets really good. And I read 2 volumes and I was like, I'm done. And Himeka from the Manga Dudettes kind of agrees with me. And I also talked to Kate Tins Does Manga about, I was foreshadowing a story. Okay, this might be spoiler, but I was foreshadowing that when I read those 2 volumes, that every male character that she was gonna run into would fall in love with her. And that felt like it was gonna happen in that story. And then when I asked Cake Tins, because Cake Tins has read it up to its releases, she confirmed it for me and said that that does happen. And there's one point in which like apparently a king like instantly falls in love with her and like wants her to be his wife. And I was like, yeah, okay, so it basically followed the formula of what I expected, and I don't like that, because I don't like it when there's a female lead and everyone falls in love with her like instantly. That's basically like a harem, right? And I'm not like super into that. Yeah, not super into that in that way, especially in like when it's supposed to be like a political action series, right? So yeah, I got rid of Prince Freya volume 1, 2 and 3, and then I got rid of Shortcake volumes 1 to 5. I think it was 1 to 5. But yeah, so that was all the manga that I unhauled. I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I don't really like to be super negative on here, but I felt like, you know, I just wanted to let you know like some of the volumes of manga that I'm, you know, recycling in and recycling out, so that you can see how my collection changes and grows and kind of what my reading tastes are. Because right now I feel like I'm quite picky with the stuff that I'm reading, and I'm not picking up like things that I know that I won't enjoy. So I've been picking up less high school based shoujo stories, so more so like action adventure, which is Yona, and more like, you know, action and story driven things like Skip Beat, which is not a complete romance, or it's not based in high school, which yeah. So I think the only two series that I'm currently ongoingly collecting that are in the high school setting is In the Clear Moonlit Dusk, and also A Condition Called Love, and I am trying up to 2 volumes to see if I enjoy those, and then I will continue collecting them if I enjoy those 2 volumes, because I don't want to make the mistake anymore of buying a complete set of shoujo series in high school and not enjoying them, because it's happened way too much now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this style of video. I hope you are not offended or anything. I'm really glad if you liked these manga that I am unhauling. I'm really happy for you. So these are just my opinions on those stories, and I'm sure they will go to homes that will love them more than I will. So yeah, I'm really excited for them to find a new owner. So yeah, they will all be down in my eBay link, unless they're obviously sold already. So go check out my eBay if you're interested in them and you're in the UK. I do sell them for a really good price, so I'm not trying to like make money off selling these or giving them away. So yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this style of video, and I will gather some more things if I do unhaul them in the later date. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!